Imagine lying down in total darkness. No walls, no door, no lock. Just your body on the cold ground, your eyes slowly closing, and somewhere out there, something breathing. You don't know what it is. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Now imagine that this wasn't a nightmare. This was just Tuesday night for most of human history. We've spent thousands of years building beds, locks, alarm systems, and blackout curtains, all chasing one thing: the feeling of being safe enough to close your eyes. But here's what nobody tells you. That feeling, it took us hundreds of thousands of years to earn. And the fear that lives underneath it never really left.
Let's go back, way back, before cities, before fire was reliable, before anyone had a word for danger. There was just the dark, and something in the dark that wanted to eat you. Early humans didn't sleep alone, because sleeping alone meant dying alone. That's not poetry, that's biology. Paleontologists have found evidence that our ancestors slept in tight clusters, bodies pressed together, always near a fire, always facing outward, like a living fortress made of skin and fear. But here's the part that hits different. They didn't just sleep this way because of predators. They slept this way because of each other. Think about that for a second. The threat wasn't only the lion outside. Sometimes it was the stranger next to you. Humans were already complicated back then. There were hierarchies, tensions, people who wanted what you had. And in the dark, with your eyes closed and your body completely vulnerable, you had to trust someone, completely. That's the part that's actually disturbing, not the predator, the trust. Because every single night, ancient humans had to make a decision. Who do I feel safe enough to sleep beside? And that decision, that quiet, unconscious choice, shaped human bonding in ways we still don't fully understand. Researchers believe that shared sleep is one of the oldest forms of social bonding we have. Before language was complex, before rituals, before love songs or marriage ceremonies, there was just two people deciding, silently, that they weren't going to watch each other die tonight. That was intimacy. Raw, primal, and completely real. But let's talk about the dark itself. Because your ancestors didn't just fear what was in it. They feared what it did to their minds. When there's no light, no fire, no moon, nothing, the human brain starts generating its own reality. Sounds become shapes. Shadows become movement. A branch snapping 50 feet away sounds like it's right behind you. Scientists call this hypervigilance. Your nervous system basically goes to war with itself, desperately trying to process a world it cannot see. And ancient humans lived in that state every single night. What's fascinating is that this left a permanent mark on us, not just psychologically, physically. Human sleep architecture, the way we cycle through light sleep and deep sleep, is actually designed around predator threats. The reason you sometimes jolt awake for no reason in the middle of the night? That's not a glitch. That's a feature. Your brain checking. Still alive? Good. Go back to sleep. You are still running ancient software. Every night. But this is where things get genuinely strange. Because despite all this fear, despite the darkness, the predators, the hypervigilance, ancient humans dreamed. Vividly, wildly, in ways that terrified and fascinated them. They had no framework for what dreams were. No neuroscience, no psychology. Just the raw experience of closing your eyes in a dangerous world and waking up somewhere completely different. Somewhere your dead grandmother was alive. Somewhere the sky was the wrong color. Somewhere something was chasing you that had no name. Imagine trying to explain that to someone who had never heard the word dream. You'd say, I went somewhere else. Something visited me. The night took me somewhere. That's exactly what they believed. Many early cultures concluded that during sleep, the soul left the body. It wandered. It was vulnerable. It could be stolen. This is why so many ancient traditions involve rituals before sleep. Not just prayers, but protections. Symbols drawn on the body. Specific sleeping positions. Someone always keeping watch. Not because they were superstitious, but because the night had already proven thousands of times over that it was not safe to let your guard down completely. And here's the part that should make you pause. We never fully stopped believing this. Think about how many people still can't sleep in complete silence. How many people sleep with the television on, not because they're watching it, but because the sound of another voice, even a fictional one, makes the dark feel less empty. Think about how children instinctively reach for another body when they're scared at night. Think about how "I slept well" is something we celebrate, because on some level we still know it's not guaranteed. We built civilization, entire empires, skyscrapers, the internet, and we still sleep better when someone else is in the room. That's not weakness. That's 200,000 years of memory living in your nervous system. The ancient humans who were scared to sleep alone weren't being dramatic. They were being accurate. The dark was dangerous. Trust was rare. And surviving the night, genuinely surviving it, was something you did together, or sometimes not at all. We forget this because we've made the night so comfortable. Soft mattresses, warm light, doors that lock from the inside. We've built an entire architecture of safety around 8 hours of unconsciousness. But strip all of that away. Go back to the cave. Go back to the cold ground, the dying fire, and the breathing outside. You'd reach for the person next to you too. Not out of love, not at first. Out of something older and more honest than love. Out of the simple, terrifying truth that in the dark, alone, you were just meat. And together, even barely, even imperfectly, you were something harder to kill.